and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and its community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We've got a lot to talk about, where as part of a new event, Treyarch is releasing an actual mountain of new zombies content that I wasn't expecting. So without further ado, let's kick things right off with our first story of the day. Today, Treyarch announced the full reveal of the Haunting event, going live on Tuesday, October the 19th, that does feature a fairly significant amount of new zombies content. I mean, I guess it definitely should, right? Considering this is the Haunting event, it's themed after Halloween, as zombies being a pseudo-horror game mode, the shoe fits. So the COD Zombies component of this The Haunting event actually comes in 3 different forms. The first is something we've seen before with past Call of Duty wide events, wherein you have to complete certain challenges within the zombies mode. You earn rewards for completing those challenges, and if you complete all of them, you'll unlock a shiny new weapon for free within the mode. And though that is exciting, it gives you a reason to hop back into zombies if you haven't played for a little while since Forsaken released. I'm more interested in the 2 new limited time game modes they're adding into the Cold War Zombies mode. The first is for Outbreak, the second for round-based maps. And I have to admit here, the Outbreak limited time mode that they're releasing does sound genuinely interesting, with the title of this new mode entitled Hallows Eve Outbreak. But I will say this isn't a regular Outbreak, it is far from it, where Treyarch describes it as, you'll need to survive for 10 minutes and then exfil from one single region. Your squad even gets to choose between 2 random regions before infiltration. And there's a world event that can give a massive boost to your loadout. The trick is surviving. So the core of this upcoming game mode, while it does use Outbreak maps as a base, you're not doing the traditional Outbreak, traveling from region after doing some random objective. This is all about surviving. And apparently, it's going to be very difficult. Treyarch says every 2 minutes, the difficulty of the region will increase, meaning that more zombies, increasing both in health, quantity, and difficulty, will roll in and increase in health. So the zombies will get far stronger 5 times every 2 minutes once you start your game. When the 10-minute time limit is reached, the exfil point will spawn in at the farthest possible position from the squad, and the maximum number of zombies will have full awareness of your position. Basically, if you manage to make it alive for that 10 minutes, get ready for one heck of a hike to the exfil point while a whole bunch of zombies are charging you, or you better find a vehicle nearby and hope that a Tempesty boy doesn't ruin your day. But remember, they mentioned that there's supposed to be this world event on the map that can give you a massive boost to your loadout. Well, they describe what that world event is, and naturally, it's an Orda, the hulking monstrosity that can squad wipe you with just a single swipe. You want to know what you'll actually be able to get as a reward once you complete that 10-minute challenge? Treyarch says you'll complete this challenge within the Haunting set of challenges we talked about earlier, called You'll Never Get Out Alive. You'll need to be an elite Requiem agent to exfil successfully, but if you do, a legendary weapon charm and a mountain of XP will be worth it. This mode is also a great opportunity to harvest any remaining Ethereum crystals you'll need to max out your skill tiers in zombies. So wow, I've got to admit, I'm impressed. This does seem genuinely unique, that we really haven't seen that much with other limited time game modes that we have in the past. Whether it be like Cranked or Outbreak Survival, this mode seems the most unique out of all of them. And the fact that it's just straight up a 10-minute challenge means that you and your friends can hop in, and if you fail, you haven't invested that much time. You can hop into another game and try it once again. So gotta give claps to Treyarch for this one. Totally unexpected and a very interesting new mode to try. But of course, that's not all, because along with this Outbreak limited time mode, every single round-based map also gets its own limited time event, where Treyarch says that something called scare packages containing high value rewards will spawn every 5 rounds in round-based maps, and in every Outbreak region if you just want to play regular Outbreak. Now, we don't 100% know what scare packages will contain. Treyarch does say here that it'll contain some kind of high value rewards, so I assume it'll be like a large loot chest that spawns every 5 rounds, but I would also imagine that it has a chance of just containing a jump scare Easter egg within the chest, so you either get some really good stuff from it, or you get the absolute daylight scared out of you. A very fitting theme for Halloween, don't you think? But they're also including something else within this update for round-based maps, where they say that zombies will have a small chance of dropping the new jack-o'-lantern item for additional rewards, including wonder weapons, support weapons, ammo mods, chalices to upgrade your pap level, ether tools to upgrade your rarity level, and high-level armor. But beware, things may not always be as they seem. So this is basically the equivalent of the presents, if you guys remember all the way back at the release of Cold War in December with the Jingle Hells game mode, but here with the jack-o'-lanterns, it seems to be a far more broader range of actual rewards you can get from the jack-o'-lanterns, or where they say things may not always be as they seem, it could mean that some of the jack-o'-lanterns could actually be something like mimics that you just are going to have to deal with. But even beyond all that, they continue by saying that Treyarch is also changing up the in-game music with some fun Halloween tunes, and enemies with pumpkin heads will appear in all Zombies game modes. Those weak points have low health and can be shot off for bonus points. Aim high and rack up the essence. So a unexpected and honestly pretty significant drop of new content for zombies with this new event. Gotta say, I am very pleasantly surprised by this, and I'm looking forward to trying out both Hallows Eve Outbreak and the new content within round-based map. So good on Treyarch for providing new content for both of those ways to play zombies at the exact same time. Beyond that, for those of you that have made the decision to pre-purchase COD Vanguard, which does include COD Vanguard Zombies, you will get access to this really sick looking new skin, and they also say that there might be one more bundle of surprises in store for those who pre-order Vanguard before its release, but more intel on that will be available in the upcoming days. For now, prepare to face your fears and what lurks in the night. Good luck. Next up, Call of Duty set up a real-life COD Zombies exhibit in London the other day, that's London, the UK, where you can check out this haunting mural promoting Vanguard Zombies within Brink Lane in Whitechapel within the city. For those of you in and around London, hey, you can check it out if you want, and for those of you that aren't, you basically get the full experience looking at this picture, kind of, don't you? I wouldn't say you're missing out on a whole lot by not actually being there. But let's move on to our next story of the day. Redditor YourFace04 403 put up this clip on the COD Zombies Reddit that shows an interesting graphics bug within Forsaken that is probably amongst the most beautiful graphics bugs we've ever seen here in Cold War Zombies, and we've seen a bunch of them throughout this year, haven't we? But I gotta say, this does make the Skybox look a whole lot more interesting than it does in Forsaken. One of the complaints I've seen about this map is that the Skybox for it is kind of boring. Whatever you can describe this as, it definitely is not boring. And speaking of definitely not boring, it's that time once again for the second edition of Round-Based versus Vehicles. Where, guys, I don't think it's going to get any better than this. Where the lately named Bobster Lobster over on the COD Zombies Reddit posted up this clip where his RCXD didn't just get launched into the rafters of Forsaken, it got launched right out of the top of Forsaken like magma out of a volcano and went flying into the forests surrounding the map. Like Team Rocket blasting off again, this thing is Gonzo Alonzo. And I gotta say, it is kind of interesting that he was able to drive around the outside of the map, that the outside of the map actually does have collision, rather than just falling through underneath the map like I probably would have expected it to. What a journey for that little RCXD car. I don't think we'll be able to see another launch quite like that ever again. But guys, that does wrap up the news today. I want to thank you so much for watching. Hey, if you did enjoy it, consider leaving a thumbs up on the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. With the haunting content updates that are going to be added into Zombies tomorrow, I assume we'll get a new patch for the mode, which will probably change a whole bunch of things. So stay tuned tomorrow where we'll cover all of those updates, but I want to thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you with another Zombies news update. Hold on, stop, cut the music. For everybody that's made it to this point, you get to see something interesting. If you watching this right now are one of the loyal viewers that have made it past the standard outro, you get to view something spectacular, different, enchanting, that may or may not ruin your entire day. Ladies and gentlemen, presented by Yussi over on Reddit. This is Stamina Man. It's a dancing perk machine. If you're lucky enough to bask in his presence, leave a comment down below letting everybody else know that Stamina Man is here to save the day, that all their problems will be solved, world peace achieved now that Stamina Man is in their lives.